to my channel. Today is Monday, I think it's the 11th. Yes, it's the 11th, and I had a break over the weekend. I hope you all had a lovely bank holiday weekend. Friday was bank holiday Monday, as everyone kept saying. So yeah, I had a really chilled and relaxed but busy weekend. I don't mean busy as in going out and all that jazz, but busy making things. So yeah, you would have seen that I finished Mikey's cardigan, and that I had done the number 4 square on the book. I'm sure that was the last time that I spoke to you. I can't remember. I'm not looking back. But yeah, so on Friday it was a lovely sunny day, as you can tell. I'm a little bit browner today. Yeah, so I sat out in the sun for quite a while and just enjoyed the day. It was VE Day here in the UK, or is it everywhere in Europe? I don't know. But here in the UK we celebrated VE Day. And it was really nice day, just a chilled day, and yeah, it was good, and yeah, that was that. Then on Saturday morning, I decided to do my nails because they were disgusting. So they're not brilliant, because they're just not, but they're better than what they were, which were bitten down nasty nails. So yeah, the pink is not actually a polish, it's the acrylic that is that colour. So I put a tiny layer of clear acrylic on, and then I went over that with pink. It's like pink glitter. You're probably not going to be able to see it very well. The tips that I used were white, or like a very they weren't clear, so you can still see them, but I'm not going anywhere, so who's going to see them other than me and you on the videos? So but I'm just really pleased with them, and I like having longer nails. So yeah, that was that. Then also on Saturday, I'm just trying to think, today's Monday, yeah, so also on Saturday I decided to get my sewing machine out. And just put this over here as well. I decided to get the sewing machine out, which is still out there. Oh, sorry for wobbling you. Oh, now you're looking down. I'm hoping that the camera will stay put. Yeah, so I decided to get the sewing machine out, and I went through my fabric, which is in the bag just down here still, and I decided to make a DPN holder. I haven't actually put a picture of this online, but I have put a picture of the other things that I made. So yeah, I made a DPN holder with the beautiful owl material that I have got. Most of the owls are upside down. Never mind. And I used the pink material that I got the other day from Aldi, or the pack, like the plain colours, and I just put pink boppers on it. The weather today is cloudy, but there is breaks in the cloud, and it's very windy, so windy today. I spoke to Ian this morning. He went past the reservoirs at Tottenham, and he said the reservoirs have got waves. It's so windy. But yeah, so that was the first thing I made. I have 4 of these now, so 3 that I've made myself, and then 1 that I bought while I was at Wolfram Abbey Wool Show, and I think 4 is possibly enough for now. I don't really knit that many pairs of socks at the same time, or have anything on DPNs or anything like that, so I'm pleased with that. And then the same day I cut out material for 2 bags. Now, if you remember me saying that I cut templates out and everything, but I didn't cut out the templates for the bigger bag because I would have had to sellotape too many pieces of paper together, blah 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 blah. So whoops, with the same owl material I made another bag, and this one is special because it has a front pocket. I have put a popper on just to split that bag up and close that pocket, sorry, up, just because it was sort of draping out a little bit, or drooping out. I have put a tag with just this that was hanging around in my drawer, so it's got a chain on that I could probably take off, but I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I just thought I would. And then I've put another one at that side with the handle. It is a drawstring bag, and I just used the it's like a shoelace from the Aldi fat quarters, so I just put them through and knotted them and then cut the ends off, or the extra that I didn't need. I haven't put a pocket in this one. I've just used the pillow material, or the pillar that I bought. I cut that, just used that on the inside. To be honest, the pillar that I bought wasn't brilliant. That's Ian ringing. So yeah, back to the bag. So I used the owl material. I did do this bag completely wrong, so I am following Ali's dodgy bag mail or dodgy bag mail. It is dodgy bag mail, isn't it, on Instagram. So I don't know whether you're going to be able to tell on the camera because everything's blowing the light out, but the pocket should go to the seam, and I did the bag the wrong way round. So really the bag should sit that way, but I did it wrong and I did it that way. But it doesn't matter, it all works perfectly fine, and all I did was sew the pocket on before I put everything together, so we're all good. It's not too bad. We're just going to roll with it for now and see how it works out. I have got more of this material if I need to make another one, but yeah, so that's bag number one. Then I decided to make another bag, but the size that is, I wouldn't have enough in a whole fat quarter to make all of the bag like I have with this one. All the material is the same, even the front pocket and whatever. So I pulled out my fat quarters and I have made this blue, yellow, white, pink, orange bag. But on the back I have used a whole strip of that colour, and I have used the yellow this time for the handle, the drawstring casing and a tag. Oh, and I've got another tag down here, so I have put 2 tags on this bag. And then this one has got a front pocket with a popper, and I have used the pillow material again on the inside just because I wouldn't have had anything big enough to make the front and the back. I know I could have done the front and the back inside 2 different as well, but never mind. I have crocheted a drawstring for this one just because I wouldn't have had enough material, and the crochet chain works just as well. This time I did the bag right, so the pocket goes all the way to the seam, so I'm thinking this one might last a little bit longer. And if you can hear rattling in here, that is because I have buttons in this bag, because I have my cotton in here. I'm not going to pull it all out, but I have 3 jars of buttons and my cotton in this bag. So let's put that bag down now. I haven't put any like the lobster clasp on any of the tags on this one just because I didn't have any, but I have been making lots and lots of ear savers. Now these are the ear savers for the NHS or key workers, whoever. I think I have like 33, 35 here. So I have made green ones, I have made reddy maroony ones with red buttons, and I've also made this colour ones. These do have the wooden buttons. Now I've made 2 different lengths, so let me just hold these 2 up. This is a chain 15 and this is a chain 20, just because I thought, well, men have normally, but men have bigger heads than women. Some women might have big heads. Everyone has a different size head. So I was just thinking that instead of it pulling too much, because I have got a mask here that I tried, and it did fit okay with the smaller one, but then I thought, well, if anyone's got a bigger head than I have, or if they are like in surgery and they have to have their hair up in a hat and whatever, then the bigger one might be better. So I'm going to spray all these with Dettol disinfectant spray thing, and then I have already got somewhere where I can donate them to. There is a group on Facebook called For the Love of Scrubs, and it's North and East London. So I have been in contact with them, and they're organising for someone to come and collect what I have, and I have said that I will make as many as I can with the material that I've got and the buttons that I've got. So I've only got 3 colours left because I've used all of the beige. I have this much of the green, which is still quite a lot really, but I don't know how many I'll get out of it. I have less of the red. I have no blue or anything like that, so that's the reddy maroony colour. And then I have pink. So obviously pink will be okay for the women and the girls, or not girls but the women, ladies, but I suppose if you're in desperate need, then men can use the pink too. This is all of the pink buttons that I have got, so I'm just going to make until I run out of materials basically. I haven't thought about placing an order for anywhere, like any cotton or anything, just because then I would have to order buttons. So I'm just going to use the materials that I've got, and hopefully I can get my first goal was about 50. I've got, I think, 33 here. So yeah, that is what I have been making. And then last night that was all on Saturday and yesterday that I've been making those. And then last night I decided to do another page for the book. So I have done this one, which is number 5. Now my little thing, don't go all the way to the bottom because I sewed it wrong, but hey ho, never mind. So this is 5 for 5, they called it petals. So yeah, 5 petals. Really, really nice. You start off with the yellow and then you carry on round, you chain 10, work back, slip or single crochet into the next, and you skip a couple and then chain 10 and then work back and whatever. So really, really easy. This is just a chain however many, and then the loop stitch, which is not really, it's supposed to be grass, but it's not really sitting right, but never mind. And then you all remember that I did the rainbow already, so all I had to do was sew this on. In the book my 6 is not really perfect, but never mind. In the book the 6 was a red colour, but I just didn't have any red while I was sitting there in my little bag, so I just pulled out the colour that I had. So 6 colours, and I just stitched that on. Yes, there is sort of random ends on the back, not too bad. But that is number 6, so I only have 4 more left to do. 1 is leaves, 1 is the sun with the rays of the sun, then I have 10 fingers, and then there is another one. I can't think what it is. I can't think what number 7 is, because I think, oh, raindrops and a little umbrella. So that's that. I just thought I'd catch you up with what I've been doing over the weekend. So yeah, the sun is coming out now and there is blue sky. It looks beautiful out there. It's probably very cold still because it's still really windy. The trees are going mental out here, or out there anyway. So in this bag, our bag, I really like having these little bags because they don't take up as much room, and I've made these obviously bigger than the other bag that I made the other day. But in this bag I have my Aldi yarn to make the crop top that I was talking about. So that is going to be my next project. I want to, I do want to get this book finished, but once the book's finished I need to buy some rings, like the on the page she shows you what she uses, and I can get them on eBay, so I will probably get some of those just to make it easier, as the book is going to be quite thick, so I can't just single crochet or whatever crochet them all together. So yeah, that is it. I'm really pleased with these. I'm really pleased with everything that I've done over the weekend. I feel like I've got quite a lot done, really. So my nails, 2 bags, a DPN holder, 33 ear savers and 2 pages of the book. So I had a very productive weekend. But today I'm going to, I don't really know what I'm going to do today. I haven't really decided. I've got quite a bit of YouTube to catch up on, so I'm going to do some of that today as well. I'm not going to go sit outside. I'm just going to have a chill day. I don't need to go shopping or anything, which is hard. I probably will at some point this week. We've only got food for another couple of days, I think. But I did have to go out yesterday to get some more oil, because I managed to get a new chip pan because of what happened last week, nearly burning the flat down. If you haven't seen that, then go check it out. I am going to, I went to the local Nisa, and for a bottle of oil they wanted £6, and I was like, that's more than gold is worth, I'm sure. So I said, no, I don't want it. There was no price on it, and I'm not ashamed of getting to the till, finding something is too expensive, and saying, no, sorry, I don't want it. I'm just upfront like that, I suppose. But I did then walk into Tesco thinking, oh, it's 3:30, they're closing soon, maybe the queue won't be too long. No, it was massive. So I thought, I'm not standing in that queue just to get some oil. There is another sort of food supermarket just around the corner, so I walked to there and managed to get some oil to fill up the chip pan. I did have some oil, but it wasn't enough. It was like, I think I had probably 1.5 litres, and it just wasn't enough to fill the chip pan up to the right level. As the chip pan that I managed to pick up was a lot bigger than the one we already had. Never mind. A lot of people saying that we shouldn't have a chip pan, they're dangerous. Yes, I know they're dangerous. I did try to get a deep fat fryer because I believe that they cut out when they get too hot. But where I went yesterday, I went to go to Argos, but Argos was closed, so I had to go in Wilko, which I know is still open. I had to go in Wilko, and I managed to get just a cheap £10 one from in there for now to do what I only cook chips in it, chips and onion rings. That's all I really cook in it. Don't cook anything else in it. So I'm not using the chip pan all the time because we don't have chips all the time. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Oh my god, today's going to be a long one. Makes up for me not recording over the weekend. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I think Ian is downstairs. He's got something to give me. Oh, also, just quickly, these are my tomato seeds. My tomatoes started to go mouldy, so I had to take the actual tomatoes out. But one of them, I took the seeds out and put just the seeds in. So I took the tomatoes out because they were going mouldy and furry, and then just the seeds I sort of managed to spread out a little bit, and yeah, that's my tomato plant. I'm really pleased that at least some have come up. So yeah, and my pepper plants are doing well. They're just all here. Excuse the mess in the background, but they're just all here, so I'm really pleased with those at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to go and stop rambling to you. Sorry that today's going to be a long one. I'm apologising now, but I shall speak to you a little bit later on. So I can confirm today is freezing outside. Ian's just dropped something off. He's quickly come back home from work and he's freezing. I went downstairs, it's so cold. Anyway, I forgot to mention, as well as doing all the bits at the weekend, I have also done a Kickstarter. If you don't know what a Kickstarter is, it's a web page where you can put your ideas and ask for a pledge. So I have asked for a pledge to start making badges. The first badge will be my logo. So the tins that I sell, if you see the logo on that, or my logo sort of anywhere at the moment on the beginning of my videos and things like that, I want to make that into a button badge. So I have asked for a pledge on Kickstarter, and then there's a little description of what I want to do. But once obviously that Kickstarter is up and hopefully it's reached its pledge, I will be able to make more badges. The first lot of badges I have priced up to get made professionally for me, and hopefully that will enable me to also send to the people that have pledged and want a reward. You can pledge and ask for a reward, so anything over £2 will get a button badge, but then you can pledge as well and not have a reward, and that will just go to as a normal pledge anyway. So yeah, that is what I was doing on Saturday. I was also organising that and getting that up and running and setting it all up. It takes a lot longer than what you actually think. But yeah, so if you would be interested in just having a look, then I would be so grateful. I will leave the link below in the description box. And yeah, so I think I am at £60 something at the moment, which is brilliant, which is amazing, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that has pledged already. I've recognised some of the names, so thank you so much, it is appreciated. But once obviously this pledge is done and the first lot of buttons are made, I can then go and put down more designs that I have done. I am constantly drawing on the iPad and making new designs and new things to make, making them into button badges, and then hopefully maybe in the future I might be able to start making pin badges like the enamel ones, but obviously I can't make those myself, they will have to be made externally. And then eventually, obviously before that, I'm sort of talking in a riddle here, I'm just excited about it. Once this pledge is done, I can get the first lot of button badges and then sell them on my Etsy. Hopefully I will make enough money that I can buy my own button badge maker, and then that way I can get them out to you more quickly instead of having to have a stock of them and just sell the stock that I've got. And then more and more designs will become available. I've got so many ideas rattling around in my head. I've got quite a few already designed up. There is also another design that I've done on the pledge page that I've put a picture up of. So yeah, that is another thing that I've been busy doing over the weekend. So if you would just like to go and have a look to see what it is I'm talking about, then please feel free. I don't expect anyone to pledge if you don't want to. It's not, I'm not putting it on here for you to feel like you have to. It's just something that I've been up to and I thought I'd let you know. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. I am just ready to package up all of these. I'm going to spray them down quickly and then put them in little bags. They said that these little bags would be perfect, so I've only got so many, and I've got some bigger ones as well, so these are quite small. I've got some bigger ones. I think these might have come from a 5D painting ages and ages and ages ago, so I'm going to put them in here, and just a storage bag, and then yeah, I'm going to get on with something else crafty. What? I don't know. So it's a bit later on, it's 3 o'clock, and I have decided to tidy all my yarn. Yeah, I've got so much more than I could ever need, I think. and I still buy more, but I'm going to sort this out. I've sorted one box out already, which is all of the Aldi yarn. I've still got some over here, and that box down there is full, and that is another Aldi yarn there. And what I've thought is, years ago I had a subscription magazine it was when I first started to knit, and it was to knit a blanket in squares, which I did, and this is all the yarn that was left over, and I did a granny square with this, and I have pulled it back years ago, caked it up, and this is just all random colours of what the blanket was, and just the leftovers basically. I've also got one or a ball that I have made up from all of the yarn from the Simply Knitting and Simply Crochet magazine kits. That's in the other room as well. I don't think I bought that in here, no, but so that's 2 cakes. And then in this box here is just all odds and ends and bits and bobs and little water balloons. I might get them out actually, and yeah, get them out because they don't need to be in there. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I've got my big bag out. This is the one without the handles, and I'm going to hand ball up all the little bits that you can't really do anything with, and I will eventually make this into something that I can donate. I know that Ruth is donating blankets and shawls to a hospital. I don't know whether a hospital near me will are accepting or whatever. I could put a call out on Facebook again. That's what I did with the ear savers. They've actually been collected today, so they're gone. But I was thinking that I could just do a couple of mishmashy sort of like lap blankets or something with just all of this odds and ends that I'll probably never use. Obviously I will use it eventually in the future if I ever do little bits and bobs like the book that I'm making, but I don't do that often. So I'm going to just ball all the little odds and ends up like sort of this. There's loads of bits and bobs in here, and yes, I could stripe garments like I did for Mikey and Ollie, and I've done that already. I used full balls, and now I've got sort of bits and bobs just hanging around. So I'm going to just ball it all up, whether it goes into garments, blankets, shawls, whatever, and I'm hoping it will take up less space, that it's a bit more tidy and not all knotty, and as you can tell it just is a big fat mess in here. And then I've got all this to sort through as well. So yeah, that is what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm going to carry on doing this, and I will show you how many little balls that I end up with. So I think I finally sorted everything out. I didn't have as much as I actually thought, but all this is double knit. You can tell that I haven't done any girls things lately because everything is mostly blue and grey and things. So that is all double knit in this bag here, or basket, and then here is all of the Aran and the Chunky that I've got. Oh, and that is a double knit, but I've just put that there. So I could make something with this as well. This is obviously a bit more than the other stuff that is here, but it's just what was sort of left over. I have sorted out this. These are the new yarns that I bought in Aldi that were on sale, so I've managed to get those in the box. I'm really dark. And then in here is mostly all of this like blanket yarn. What else is in there? I think it's mostly blanket yarn, and I think 2 packs of double knit from Aldi, the purple and the white that I was going to make myself a top with, but I haven't done yet, so I've put that away. And then down here is the box, another box that has just got bits and bobs in it, mostly stuff from Lolly's Little Wool Shack. This is the stuff that I made my shawl with, and then I've got another colour down there, and just odds and ends. This is what I'm going to get rid of, because this yarn here was a nightmare to work with. It was horrible. I did make a bath mat out of it. This is all tangled up. I cannot get it apart. This was little tassels for a unicorn, and then there's just loads of yarn ball bands down there. So yeah, I need to put that big ball into a box as well. I need to figure out where I'm going to put these odd ends, like this bag, and then I've also got these to put away. Whoopsie. I've also got these to put away, which are the Big Bang Theory blanket squares. I can't remember what the last one was. Is it even here? I don't think it's here. I think it's actually in the box that is down the side, as I didn't finish weaving the ends. I think that's why. So yeah, that is my progress so far. But I'm going to sort all this back out and then get back to sorting some bits out in the living room, and then I should be done. So yeah, what is the time now? 4:30. So I've been at it for quite a while. But yeah, I will catch you up later on.